catch me right in the middle.
Catch you napping. That's...
I don't even know what to do. I look like a lion.
A majestic, beautiful...
Nope, that did not.
Ooh. It looks different when I just look at you like this.
Oh, God. Hey, everybody.
Are we starting? Is this how we're going to start?
I guess so. It's not going to get better than this.
Right in the middle of makeup.
Just if you're new, that this is a really nice intro. Because welcome to the shit show.
Yeah, that should be the name of this podcast. Instead of the Goosey Fibers podcast, it should be called Welcome to the Shit Show.
But it's not. It's called the Goosey Fibers podcast because we're Goosey Fibers. I'm Kate. I am the back off, Kennedy. I'm the dyer and the creator behind Goosey Fibers. This is my idiot assistant.
Assistant. I'm the assistant now.
Yeah.
We were married, I thought.
Yeah, and then you wore the shirt.
And then I wore the shirt. Not this shirt. This is a different shirt. A different terrible shirt. Anyway, I do the website stuff. Hi. I'm Damien.
This is largely a podcast about nothing. It was intentionally, well, it started as a podcast. Why does it keep going backwards? It started as a podcast about fiber arts, mostly knitting. There was some cross stitch for a while. I haven't done cross stitch in like a year though. But then it became, I didn't want to podcast by myself anymore because it's hard to talk to a camera. So now it's the two of us talking to you. Episode 511.
Yeah, season 5, episode 11.
So welcome. If you're a returning viewer, why and welcome. And if you're new, it was nice seeing you for this one time.
Good job.
Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll talk a little bit about projects I've been working on and yarn and all kinds of stuff.
Show your stuff off.
Yeah, okay, so we made a podcast like a month ago that I just never posted. I don't remember why.
Too long.
Didn't. Yeah, it went on a little long. We're going to try and shorten it. So I'll just say what I'm wearing. It is the Rose Cardigan by Andrea Mowry. It's a little big.
Put the link in, right?
What?
Right here. The link.
What's a link? Anyway, I don't want to stand up. It's always awkward to do that. It's just a boob shot. So I was lucky enough to be a test knitter, so it was what I was working on pretty monogamously for like a month. And I used all Goosey Fibers. I do have sets available, but they're not in these colors, even though if you want them, I've had a few people request. I can happily make them for you. It starts off, this bottom color is in the eggnog, and it goes into this darker brown is Don't Feed After Midnight, which goes into First Frost, which goes into Sleeping Dogs.
Excuse me, sorry. Some of those aren't available anymore.
Yeah, they were winter colors, which is largely why I didn't advertise it as a set.
Happy spring!
Happy spring! It snowed yesterday all day. But also because I was like halfway through the test knit and I was looking at everyone else's test knits and everyone else followed the pattern appropriately in that it was a dark color to start and it got lighter. And mine is a pretty similar tone the whole way through. So I just didn't make it a set. Ignore that. I didn't weave that end in very well. But I loved this sweater. I really did. And I really love that it shows that you can do cabling in speckled yarn because I kind of...
It manages to keep the pattern, shows the pattern without minimizing it. because of the speckles.
Yeah, I know like a lot of us tend to see like a variegated or a speckled yarn, and we sort of are like, well, I'm not going to pick that because it's not going to show a cabling pattern or whatever. And this shows that it does. See, like it's got the cable all up the side. It's so pretty. It's knit in pieces, so it's like a quarter, a quarter, quarter, quarter. But Andrea actually also released the PDF of the row counts, because it's not confusing when you have the rows in front of you, but it's a little confusing if you don't and you're trying to memorize what to do at what point. So if you're making this sweater, you should definitely get the PDF as well. She sent it out in her newsletter. Use it. It's very helpful. But I love it. I loved knitting it. It was super interesting, and it looks more difficult than it is. It's really not difficult at all. The hardest part I had was the mattress stitch on, because it's a reverse stockinette. I had a harder time with the mattress stitch on the reverse stockinette, but it worked out, so it was not a problem. And yeah, so I do have kits available. I was watching The Breakfast Club when I was doing this test knit, so my kits are Breakfast Club themed. By far the most popular one has been Criminal, even though I love the Princess one, and I really love the Brain one, which is like more greens. And those are beginning to get a bit more popular.
You know what my favorite one is? The Athlete.
I know, no one likes the Athlete
Ain't nobody
one.
like the Athlete. You guys got to check out the Athlete. It's the most beautiful blues I've ever seen.
It is really pretty.
So good.
But it's bright, and I think people are looking more for like toned down colors maybe for this sweater, so it hasn't been a huge success. But
you know, the basket case also, the basket case set
that's been selling.
is not bad. It has? That's great.
It's the Athlete hasn't sold at all. It's so bad. It's a really good set,
It's
but
a
it's
shame.
just sort of, yeah, it's a shame
Beautiful.
that it hasn't sold. But it's okay. You like what you like.
Mm-hmm. No shame. I mean, it is a shame, but no shame to if you don't like it. It's fine.
And I was super thrilled because Karen at Do You Knit in New Jersey, she actually bought a bunch of sets, and she's been selling them like hotcakes. So
That's a pretty big deal to us.
yeah, it's huge. It's been delightful. And also Gina at the Wool Workshop in Virginia also bought sets, and she bought a bunch of fingering weight of Goosey sock.
Also kind of a big deal.
It's been huge. It's really exciting. So yeah, if you're in that either one of those areas, they've got Goosey Fibers and they've got sets.
Yeah.
And
Go down
also,
there.
if you're in Iceland, Edda's Yarn Shop, she's the only Goosey Fibers dealer in Iceland, and she will be the only one. So it's huge, and I love her shop. I have only seen it in pictures.
We'll get there.
I hope to get there, but it's beautiful. She's really funny.
It's
too.
really cool.
Yeah. She's a fast knitter too. I feel like she has so many projects all of the time.
Every day she has another shawl. She's finished another shawl.
She's a
I can't
really
believe
fast knitter. So it's just been huge, and I wasn't expecting it to happen in a year time, but it did. It was good. So yeah, that's sort of finished projects. I have socks that I'm wearing, but I'm not bending like that today.
All right, you got some new colors, right? You mentioned the Breakfast Club stuff. You want to show them?
I should say what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a margarita. Whee!
I'm drinking the Pogues whiskey. And you may
that's
think
good.
that it's like corporate branding or whatever, but it's very, very good. It's very good. Wonderful.
I actually want to talk about what I'm working on right now.
Show it off.
So I've been doing, this took a little while. There were a lot of really fast knitters in that test knit group. Like I was like one of the last people to finish, and I was, I think, one of the first people to start. Like it was a little bit embarrassing. So that was what I worked on exclusively. So I put this to the side, and this is also Andrea Mowry. It's her What the Fade shawl. It was a mystery knit along. Mystery's over. It's been done for months and months, and I'm still working on it.
It was
But
a shawl.
it's a shawl. It's a lot of. Oh, this is actually the wrong side. This is the right side. Well, it's a disaster.
Oh,
So
man,
there's
so good.
a ton of. I have to block it. It's bunching up a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the colors.
Ugh, I love it so much. So the colors are actually, this green is Whomping Willow, and it goes into this light blue, which is Eternity of Beaches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this purpley color, which is Wild Nights Are My Glory. So it's actually Harry Potter,
Wrinkle.
Princess Bride, Wrinkle in Time, and then it goes more Princess Bride. It's gosh, God, my needles are all just like a disaster. I have a drop stitch right here that I'm trying to ignore.
Yeah, you guys ignore that too.
So then there's more Princess Bride. There's the brown, which is Anybody Want a Peanut, and then it goes to Dizzying Intellect, which is the orange color, into this reddish color, which is Thwarted Romantics. So that's all Princess Bride colors, and then back into Wild Nights Are My Glory, back into, I should just hold it up closer, this bluish is the Eternity of Beaches, and then it'll go all the way up.
Universe of Beaches.
Thank you, Universe of Beaches, and then it'll go back into Whomping Willow, and then it'll be done, I think. I'm gonna do the pom-poms.
Look at the fade, though.
Isn't it
Look at this
beautiful?
fade. It looks like a sunset.
I love it so much.
You did a good job.
I love it. I actually made these colors to be fall colors, right? Especially these reds and browns. But all together, it's just so springtime. Actually, will you hold it a little?
Yeah, for sure.
You can pull it out.
Nice.
Right? Isn't that so pretty?
It's so good. It's so good. Look at the fade, you guys. Look at the fade.
I love it so much. And then the reverse side.
All right.
No, just
Oh,
turn it
just-
over.
I don't know how.
Right, so that's just the colors sort of reversed. I love it so much.
It's beautiful.
I'm really enjoying it, and I've actually been after the brioche, which is like half of the shawl. Now it's just like garter stitch, so it's like mindless knitting, which I didn't know it was exactly what I needed. And I can read while I do mindless knitting, so I've been reading The Immortalists, which is amazing. As I said, it's not exclusively a knitting podcast, but turns out that Chloe Benjamin is a big knitter. So
That's wonderful.
yeah, it's really cool. I like posted a picture of my shawl and the book, and she actually like commented, which was like a big fangirl moment for me. I love this book so much, you guys. It just follows this family. It follows these kids that the whole premise is they like go to this like witch basically, or I mean gypsy's certainly not the good nomenclature, but that's what they kind of call her in the book. And
Roma?
yeah, she's a Roma. And she tells them she has this special gift, and she tells them when they're gonna die. Like one by one they meet her, and one by one she tells them when they're gonna die, and it's like each section of the book, it's 4 sections, it's following the kids through adulthood and everything, and it's so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm at the very, very end, and I don't want it to end. I love it.
That's how you know it's a good book.
I love it. It's especially good because we just went through our books today, books that we've read and we're not going to reread, that's pretty much it. Books we didn't like, or books that we just know we're not going to reread.
Or read it all.
What books are we not going to read at all?
That bees one?
No, I already said I want to take that back out of the bag. But the others are all books we've read and we're just not going to keep. And then there's some books that we've read that we're keeping because they just meant a lot to us for whatever reason, whether it was a time in our lives or it was just a book that hit you so hard that you're like, I'm not going to get rid of this. I don't care. And this is definitely a keeper for me. So if you see it, buy it. It's good. There's my book club recommendation.
I don't have the book that I'm reading currently. It's called Dark Matter. I don't remember who it's by. It's new. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not
Fine.
super in love with it.
It's like Rick and Morty, but serious. That's all.
You told me not to read it.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
But
It's like 3 stars.
You've read some books that you've loved.
Yes, Artemis.
Right, Artemis by Andrew Weir.
Yeah,
And
read
Weir.
Artemis. It's great. It's so fast paced. It's really fun. Get through it in like, I don't know, 5 days.
The guy who wrote The Martian.
Yeah, he did a good job with this one. He's meticulous in his detail. Read it. It's great. Anyway, what's next?
What's next? Another book. A project that's on my needles, but it's probably going to stay on my needles for a little while, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm doing, out of Lane magazine, number 4. I am doing, this is actually my first, I have a ton of knitting books and everything, but this is the first pattern that I've actually made out of a knitting book. I'm doing black ice, and I just realized that's the pattern, so I can't show that.
The ice of Boston is muddy.
Oh God, now that's in my head.
Reflects no light in the day or night, and I slip on it every time.
So this is black ice. It's sort of like a non-brioche stitch. It's like a fake brioche. It's like brioche and regular ribbing, like twisted ribbing combined. It's really weird. I've never done anything like it. So it's almost a mindless pattern, but not quite, because I do have to pay attention to it. So I'm making it in yarns that I dyed up that I actually don't carry in the shop.
That's the benefit of dyeing your own yarn, I have to say.
Yeah. So I'm making it, it's in my City Spires colors. And this is actually City Spires, the same, but they're totally different.
Why are they different?
I'll tell you. This is my Halo. It's 70% mohair, 30% silk, and it's a lace weight. And this is actually, I got from this yarn site called Catnip Yarns. It's not my typical place to go, but they had this on like a clearance sale. It's a silk and seaweed blend. I mean, it was like sea cell yarn or whatever, but it's seaweed. And it's so soft.
It's crazy soft.
It's so soft.
It's crazy soft.
So the thing with dyeing yarn, I use professional acid dyes, and they are specifically for protein fibers. So silk, it works on silk, but it doesn't work really on cellulose fibers, which would be the seaweed. So it actually does this really cool sort of duller effect. So this is much more of my City Spires color, but I love the effect of sort of these two combined.
It almost models it like
lightly,
it
models
automatically.
it a little bit. Yeah, it's really cool. It's so soft. I know it sounds like I'm selling it, but I'm not going to, because one, I had to skein the yarn up myself, and it was a disaster, and I'm not doing that again. And two, it's seaweed, and it smelled bad when I was dyeing it. I didn't enjoy. It doesn't smell bad anymore. It smells like yarn, but when it was wet and cooking, I didn't love it. I was regretting my decision. So you won't see that in the shop, but
if you get a chance,
if you ever get a chance, it's definitely
the
silk and
sea cell
yarn. It's so soft.
Yeah, it's bananas soft.
It is
bananas.
Crazy. Yeah. So you hold those skeins, those yarns together, and it's sort of like a sport weight, and it's creating this really cool sort of mottled effect. And this is the sweater. It's knit clearly in pieces, so I think this is the front. And let's see. Yeah, this is the front of it. My lace weights are very light lace weights, so it's a little airy. As you can see right through it. But it's a really interesting pattern, fabric that it creates, and I love it. And obviously this is going to be more like that. But you don't smell seaweed, do you?
Oh, I don't. It smells great.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, you scared me. So this is it. And I just think it's pretty. And I love a gray blue. Like I'm a sucker for it every time. And also City Spires has like a kind of a green.
It's so soft.
It's so
soft. It's crazy.
I don't know
soft.
if you can see like the halo coming off of it. It's incredible. It's so good. It's like a ½ inch of halo just shooting off of it. It's, I love it. It's just sort of a delight to like stay in bed and like just knit it because it's just soft and it's airy and it just, I think it's going to be a great sweater for like, I don't know, like cool summer nights, you know.
Staying in bed is nice.
Staying in bed is nice. So yeah, that's the other whip that I have going. And then nothing else that I've been working on really. I actually am going to be test knitting. Starting today, I have to get my colors in order, for Alicia Plummer. I'm sure you guys know her. She's amazing. Her big pattern, I feel like, is her campfire cardigan. Oh my God, I'm having a total brain fart.
Whatever it is, she's going to put the link right here.
Yeah, thank you. But she's actually making one for our little people. So like Goosey is gonna have.
Oh, it's
Yes, she's making a
right.
kids-friendly version. So I'm knitting up one for her, and I'm allowed to show it on social media, so I will be. And she's already been in touch with me, and she thinks I should do sets with my yarn. So you'll be seeing that. I'm really excited, especially because I've been I love speckled yarn and variegated, but I've been really feeling tonals lately, as you can tell by my cardigan I was just showing you. So you're going to see more tonals from Goosey Fibers, because I know I like tonals for sweaters. So
Tonals show the true skill of the dyer.
that's what you say. It all shows skill. Everyone has skills in different ways, but I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I need to finish this, which I'll finish it this weekend, and then I'm going to start my test knit. And I'm really excited, and I'm honored. Yeah, and I have another test knit actually coming up, but I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it yet, so I'm not going to. It's another Goosey sweater, so that'll be cool. Really cool.
So you got all this yarn in front of you. Is there anything you want to show off?
Yeah, so
You can't see, but there's this pile of
there's
yarn
so
in front
much
of
yarn
us.
here. I'm sure you guys all saw that Joji Locatelli put out this call a few weeks ago to dyers about her fading point shawl that's coming out, and I was feeling really stressed at the time, so I didn't really do anything, but I got a lot of requests. So I had this idea in mind for a while about doing Hogwarts house sets. So that's what I did. Now I'm trying to remember who goes where.
Fair.
God, who does go where? It's not you. I probably don't have them all right in front of me.
Well, just show a couple of the houses then.
Yeah.
All 4 houses.
There's you,
Very nice.
and you. So here's Gryffindor. These are gonna all look a little bit nicer when it's time, but
Just look for the color. Look at the colors.
yeah. So I know Joji Locatelli does like a lot of grays and darker colors, and so I know that's what a lot of people are probably going to go for. But I just wanted some variation because, especially for shawls, I just like a fun shawl. I like bright. I like it to just be like kind of keep me on my toes. And I felt like this did that for me. I
think those kind of colors really bring life to it, you know.
Yeah. I only just recently named the colors, so I can't really remember what they're all called. But I know this one's the burrow.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Me.
That's a
Isn't
great
it the
one.
burrow?
Yeah, it
right?
is. It really
just
is.
is. Oh, and this is my updated Always.
It's beautiful.
Always was my very first colorway that made got a lot of interest. But I found that I had a hard time repeating it the way to a degree that I wanted it to be repeatable. So I changed it up a little bit. And I just think it's really fun. So Always. And the burrow. And this is Spotting Nargles.
It's a great name.
I know.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So there's that.
Gryffindor.
That's Gryffindor. I know I have Slytherin here. That's actually been my most popular.
Slytherin is always here.
Slytherin is very popular. And
Our son is Slytherin.
oh, stop it. How dare you. So, gosh. Sorry. So Slytherin is more, I wanted to do at least one set that was more Hohi's kind of style of very toned down colors, but it's really pretty, sort of more nature-y.
I can't think of a better house for that.
And so this is Slytherin.
Mm.
And I
Beautiful.
definitely think it's beautiful. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it.
You can't see, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's this really nice, bright note there.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
And I, of course, love the deep dark ones because it's like, you can't tell, it's like grays and greens. It's so pretty.
It's not great. It's not a great representation there. It's really like a blue, beautiful green. And
so if you go to my website, gooseyfibers.com, that's the only place to buy it. I don't have it on Etsy. You'll see it there. I don't use any kind of photo editing. I just take a picture with my phone. So I'm just trying to make sure that what you see is what you get. So yeah, you'll see a better picture of it because our lighting's a little
this
wonky.
is a little dark, yeah.
The
It looks
lighting's a little
much,
wonky.
it's much better. in
The sun
person.
is shining in directly, so we had to close all the shades. And it's just, our lighting in this house is not great.
Optimal for podcasting.
Yeah. So, here it is. Here's Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I love this one too. Isn't that so pretty?
Look at those. Look at those purples. Look at this.
Sorry. No.
Look at this. Look at this purple. It's gorgeous. Absolutely. It's like electric.
I love
Prince would be proud.
it. It goes, here, hold these two. It goes like that. I love it. I know that this one on the end is called Muggles. I remember I named it that. And this one, the light pink, is called Flowery Pink Umbrella. I can't remember. I think it's Tonks who carries a flowery pink umbrella. No, that doesn't sound right. I forget who it was.
Let us know in the comments.
God, I have all these notes from like reading the books a million times, and now I like look at my notes and I don't remember what's what, and my mind is a little boggled. So yeah, Ravenclaw. I don't know why you do that. You're being weird. Ravenclaw. And then I've got to have. It would be like me to leave out my house. I don't know why you're huffing and puffing over there.
Huffling and puffling? I can't imagine why.
Why? What's wrong with Hufflepuff? Damien's just offended that he's a Hufflepuff.
I want it to be one of the great houses. I want it to be a Gryffindor or Ravenclaw, or even I'd take a Slytherin. But every test I take, I turn out to be a Hufflepuff, and
There's
I resent it a
nothing
little
wrong
bit.
with a Hufflepuff. I'm a proud Hufflepuff.
The name itself is something to be
Here
ashamed
we
of.
are. I think this is it. Hufflepuff.
Beautiful. The pink. Look at this.
Right?
Look at this.
I had to have it a little bit.
Absolutely beautiful.
I was a little worried it would be a little too Slytherin-y, like grays and blues and greens. So I added a little bit of bright yellow and pink. And I love it. I think this is the one I'm going to do, but I kind of want to do all of them.
That's a lot of knitting.
I know, but I want to do them all. Especially because I love how these colors go together. Who are you? I don't remember. Molly Wobbles, I want to say. might be Molly Wobbles into Always. Oh, that's so pretty. And I love this one. I love them. I love them so much. I know. So obscene.
I wouldn't
Look
go
at
so
these
far
three.
as to say so.
Look at these three together. Oh my god, I love it so much.
You guys, get this. Get these.
I love
You're
them.
going to love them. They're amazing. Even better in person.
There's actually only one Slytherin left. For now.
Oh, right.
When I have time,
They're
I'll
very
do more.
limited.
Yeah, they are limited, and I guess we can discuss that a little bit. I've been, burning the wick at both ends for a solid year now. I
Yeah,
want to
she's
say.
been going hard.
And it kind of just hit me, and I hit like a rock. You look so short right now.
I'm little.
Yeah, I don't know. I was, I mean, you've probably seen, I've posted a little bit on Instagram. I have clinical depression, and largely it's not always a problem, and then every now and then it's a big problem. And I'd say it's been a big problem for the past month or so. And then on top of that, I've been having really bad back pain. I broke my back about 10 years ago now, and I just went to a specialist last week and had to get all these x-rays, and found out that my back is in pretty bad condition, and that my spine is degenerating. So
It's turning itself into powder.
yeah, it's not good. I'm 36 and my spine should not be where it is right now. It sucks. There's some scary stuff that could happen, but hopefully won't. Yeah, it's just been kind of a downer. I have physical therapy that I have to start next week.
That'll help.
Yep. I might have to start taking shots for pain, but we'll see how that goes. I might have to see a chiropractor, but I am scared of chiropractors. I've never been to one, but I'm just afraid of them, that something will crack and not be right. So because of these things, I know I've been a little bit sort of like vague booking about it, because I didn't want to unload anything too much, but because of these things, I need to slow down a little bit. And I still hope that my business grows and grows and grows, but I need to find a way to make it grow productively for all of us. Also because the more orders I get, I feel really bad because it is just me doing it all, and people's orders are going out like basically like the last day, and that sucks, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm taking them for granted. So I'm going to be slowly converting over to shop updates the way some other dyers do. Like, I'm just going to have certain colors in a set quantity, and that's just going to be it until the next shop update. Yeah, and I'm hoping to sort of get away from Etsy. I know Etsy's really popular and a lot of you guys love it, but their fees are really tough.
It's rough. It's rough.
They have a way of kind of burying shop owners if you don't like always do sales. And honestly, I don't know if people know, like, indie dyers don't really make a lot of money. It's really about the love of the craft. So I'm working for like 10 cents an hour, basically.
Basically.
So I can't really do a lot of sales like Etsy would want me to. So I'm trying to push everything over to gooseyfibers.com. And it accepts PayPal, just same as Etsy. It's really easy. Same as Etsy. It's a safe site. I don't sell your information. It's just me. I wouldn't even know how. So
that's true. That's true.
Where does one even go to sell information?
Don't tell us in the comments. Do not. I'm not interested.
So that's sort of what's been going on. And yeah, I've started enacting actually as of this weekend office hours.
That's right. What are the office hours?
It's like 9 to 6.
Yeah, like think of it as like a Monday through Friday, regular 40-hour week.
Yeah. And no weekends.
Yeah.
I have to. Today was my first real weekend day in how long? And
Like I don't know, a year.
it's been nice.
Been a long time.
It's been nice though. Like I feel more like myself. And just getting to like enjoy you and Goosey and just feel like a person. So I know. You're so enjoyable. With your stupid shirt.
I'm the king. Oh yeah. Yeah, well. This shirt? Yeah. Yeah.
I got him this shirt because like a year ago I saw a podcaster and I cannot remember who it was. Her husband was wearing this shirt and I remember being like, that's really cool. They're in like Portland, Oregon. They're very cool. I don't remember anyone's names. I'm really sorry. And I thought it looked so cool. And so I like found it months later and I got this for him and I thought it was really cool. And he was like, I think it's racist. And I can't argue that. I don't know.
We kind of agreed that it probably isn't, but it's
I don't
not.
think it's racist.
It's
but
not.
It could be read badly.
Yeah, it's not necessarily in the best taste, which makes, why am I wearing it? Because the other shirt I had on today is worse. So this was.
So I got him, I decided this started something that I was like, I'm just going to start trolling my husband with shirts that make him uncomfortable.
It makes me very uncomfortable. I have to tell you. I regret wearing it on the podcast.
I regret you wearing it.
Yeah. Maybe you could edit it out.
It's not racist. I just want to say it's not racist. It's American Indians. It's Native Americans. Well, that's a bad start. And it says it's like the original Homeland Security, and it's not.
At the bottom.
It's not racist, but I do feel like we are very white, and I don't maybe think we should be wearing images of Native Americans. Just
we
full
are
stop.
Very white.
Full stop. We probably shouldn't, and so I regret it.
Should I take this off?
I wish you weren't wearing it right now. Don't go shirt. But the other shirt he was wearing today had me giving him the finger earlier because it's a shirt of the cat I used to have, Trouble. And I loved her desperately and she loved me, but she hated Damien more than I've ever seen anyone hate anything. She hated Damien.
Cats are the worst.
She hated him from the
Sorry.
get-go. Our very first date, he put his iPhone in his hat, and while we were just hanging out, she crawled into his hat and peed in it. On his iPhone.
New iPhone. New. 2 days new.
It was like, hello, welcome.
And started smoking.
She hated him.
I don't know why. Except that I hate cats. Maybe that's why.
So we lost Trouble about 6 months ago. Actually, about a year ago. And he's thrilled. It broke my heart. She was old and sick though, so it's not like she was 2 or something. But so I recently got him a shirt that had her image on it, and it said, "Ask me about my fur baby." I got him specifically for the moment he opened the gift, just to troll him. But it turns out he's been trolling me ever since and wearing it in public.
I went to a store today, and I was wearing a jacket when I left the house, and I took the jacket off and went into the store, and I literally puffed up my chest.
You're such an asshole.
I just want to make sure that I get the most amount of wear out of this shirt. So, thank you for the shirt.
You're welcome.
And I will make sure that everyone in town sees it.
I wish you wouldn't.
Knows why.
Oh my God. Such a jerk. All my trolls go wrong. Every
love
time
gifts.
I've ever done any kind of I don't know.
I love gifts. I love that she gives me gifts. I will always make sure that I wear the gifts that she gives me if they're clothing.
Backfired. In a big way. Such an asshole. So that's what's been going on.
That's a nice, concise
Yeah,
podcast.
We're at 40 minutes.
40
It's
minutes. Good job.
So we might actually end there. If you liked this, God bless you.
Yeah, what?
What?
Why? Tell us why in the comments.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding, don't.
Thumb it up, subscribe. We are very, very irregular. So,
You might get another one in the next year.
if I post this one.
Right, that's a good point.
And
That's
if you
a good
didn't
point.
like it, why are you here?
Yeah, don't tell us why you didn't like
Hey,
it.
don't
What the heck?
thumb it down.
You know,
I actually think I see all these popular podcasts with like thumb downs, and I just think it's trolls.
yeah,
So whatever, thumb it down all you want.
that's right. It's not going to stop us.
I literally barely do this. So.
We may or may not do this regardless of what you think.
Yeah, thumb it down.
Let's not get weirdly defensive.
Okay. And until next time,
I love you.
Check out gooseyfibers.com for sets and upcoming sets and cool stuff. And what the heck else do we usually say? Keep on keeping on, guys. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.